Sonny has just told the truth to his friends. With his burdens lifted and the process towards healing from the incident beginning, he heads back to his room to rest, at least a little. He's moving next morning, after all, and having your eye stabbed is no trivial matter. But with all the anxiety about the move no longer suppressed by something, that feeling begins to fester. The fears take over, and Sonny is plunged into a new nightmare. In OMORI's hospital mod, Sonny must endure the long night ahead of him as he attempts to escape this nightmarish hospital, but he does not feel alone anymore. And when day breaks, you won't be coming back. This mod is currently only a third of the way complete, and as such is a demo, but it is still a very nice proof of concept that I'd like to show off to you all. Without further ado, enjoy the video. Okay, I'm playing hospital. It seems familiar. Hey, universally loved! Why is Sonny glowing? Your eyes find it hard to read right now. What is the hospital? Moonlight is peering from the window, but looking down the street lights are all off. Nothing can be made out of the mirror. A book shines before you. Along with it, there's a pencil in an empty section where it reads the following. Your name goes here. Feeding onto your curiosity, you picked up the pen. You can't keep giving me this option and expect me not to do this. I'm going to end up soft walking because of this. I know it. What does it do? /com3 is a shortcut to activate the third common event within the game, and that's the save menu. And so every time Sonny's name is called, it's gonna open the save menu. Oh. What? Something seems off color. Seems they fixed the railing here. Maybe someone saw you here earlier today. You feel the gentle cool of the night. It feels soothing, even if for a moment. Something beckons you forward. Why is Sonny so fast? Why is he so fast? Who gave him this speed? Whoa. Elevators seem to be out of service. Stairs are the only option. These doors are humongous. This is like an exploratory mod. What are these go? Wait, where did floor 8 go? A sign describing the current floor, albeit this seems out of service. Some scribbles can be faintly made out below the sign. 3 will climb, 2 will descend, and 1 will survive. And 1? Is the 1 significant? Okay, 3 down twice. Got back to where you were, yeah. Oh. Waiting. How much longer must I be waiting? I cannot open the floor door. What, floor 7? Oh my gosh, this is so weird. That's uncomfortable. Why? If this is the first floor, oh. Having no music is crazy work. Dude. No one book. Highlighted text on the page reads as follows. To those whom name I dare not say for my forgiveness, let the flames of hell and hatred consume your souls. Let those who suffer above take your sins, and those down below be freed of them. From the enclosed to the runway and to the tidy, let your voices be heard. And to the stillborn and sickly, you soon will be free. One day we will all be free. Oh no, this is a puzzle, ain't it? Dr. George. Oh no. Get me out of here. Light blue, or blue, light blue, orange, orange, green, blue. Can I please take one of the reception's offices now? This closet is terrible, cramped, whatever else I need to say. Leave it empty when I'm gone. I still smell the cleaning supplies this room used to store. This cabinet reeks of chemicals. It reminds you of when you puked on Dad's shoes when you were young, and Mom cleaned them off the floor too much. A cork board filled with photos. You do not recognize anyone in them, but their smiles seem genuine enough. A notebook is left open on the desk. It reads as follows. For anyone curious, I had nothing to do with the reception's prank. Don't call me while I'm away. The writing ends there. A bonsai tree. Basil told you something about these a long time ago. Orange twice, and then green. A present sits on the table. Its receipt isn't named. Under it is a note. For Daryl, I cannot be sorry enough about the news. I don't like that. That's sad, dude. Oh, it is yellow. Oh, my bad. Oh, well. Notebook gets left open on the desk. It reads as follows. My colleagues, I'll be seeing you at the bar. To our shareholders, your spot is reserved in hell. This part had me stuck for an hour, bro. The writing ends there. A drill. Dad used to love his, but after the treehouse, he swore off using it. Blue, light blue, yellow, orange, green. Blue, light blue. Yellow. Where's yellow? Okay. Orange, and then green. I don't know. Oh. Something was left for you in the main room. I did it! Peek! A notebook is left open on the desk. It reads as follows. Dr. Moss, ma'am, I'm sorry, but I cannot accept the invite. My recovery should be nearly complete. As such, I cannot risk the chance of failure now. When I have fully recovered and I can fully stand on my own feet for longer than an hour, trust me, we will have our fun. Till that day, please remind Philip to not leave his office key lying around. Those at reception cannot be trusted, and their pranks will only continue to escalate. His heart is already hurt. No need to worsen it. Okay, something in the main room. Nice. Key. Doesn't seem like it would go to any of these offices. Take it? Nice. Okay, well, I solved that puzzle. This mod is very interesting. Definitely way different than any OMORI mod I've ever played. Ooh. I like puzzle games, though. A painting palette and brush. You can see a face someone painted onto the wall. Likely intentionally. A sign detailing to keep off the carpet and to not move forward unless called. Various pamphlets. A book to draw in some pictures. You don't have a pen to use, however. Reception is right this way, but they can't be trusted. Closed. Closed for repairs. You will be let in soon enough. You can't see the end of the hallway from here. Maybe come back after you get a certain gift. What if I just leave the hospital? Look out the window. The parking lot lights are on, but nothing else is. No cars parked either. I can't leave the hospital, dude. Oh, okay. Paper scattered on the table. The typed out words feel as hollow as the pictures. Sign telling you the area ahead is staff only. Well, I'm here now, so can't do anything about me now. Hospital is actually the IKEA SCP. True. A cake sits on top of a table, uneaten. The sight hurts your heart, especially since you aren't hungry. A computer. Powered off. Oh my... What the fudge? The computer somehow still has power. It's open to an email list. Is this the... I'm guessing this is going to, tell me where the locations of the puzzles are? For those in reception, my key seems to be misplaced. Either it's located within these offices or is in the management offices. If such, when you can find it, please hand it over to me as soon as possible. Higher-ups won't allow duplicate keys for the offices. To the offices within the reception area, we're having a party to celebrate Leroy's speedy recovery. Do note that he will be brought to the reception area to greet each of the offices personally alongside the desks. For those with offices, please keep them clean. Yes, even you, Dr. N91 and Dr. S5412. For those with desks, when the time comes, hand over your papers to Michael. We've also bought a cake for everyone to share. It is strawberry flavored, and the slice you get will be relative, so please keep that in mind. Once the party is over, we'll clean up the area and preserve a big slice for Leroy in the fridge, just so he has something nice to enjoy once he's at his best. Note, while it is known that there are some office pranks that occur in reception, please refrain from this event. Leroy's condition can put him at serious health risk. So is the puzzle in here? Papers scattered on the desk describe who has what office ahead. And a notepad under it filled with red ink, hatred for who got what. A sign detailing who has what office. From bottom left. Oh dear. I guess I need to bring out the phone notes, man. Oh, thanks. You have a hard time believing some of these names are real. Pretty sure there's only one puzzle in this mod, and it isn't this one, so don't be too worried. The notebook is left open on the desk. It reads as follows. Remember to pick up the mask for the office party. Leroy loves it for some reason. The rest is hard to discern. Some are more reminders. Others refer to a rewritten project. Whatever that implies. Really? A weight scale written above the desk says, lose the weight, fatty. That's mean. Since you were curious, you weigh 122 pounds. Okay. You see how the key on the computer, the number 4th embedded on its handle. Nice. Take it. You do not feel alone anymore. The entity? I want to explore. There's a letter on the box. Open it. Opening the letter, it seems ink has soiled the paper, making it impossible to read. Despite this, you keep it. Maybe you can find a way to read it? The notebook is left open on the desk. It reads as follows. To all my superiors who have gracefully given me the privilege of residing at this office, I thank you. I understand that there are fears about my performance slipping, but rest assured, I will not falter. The rest of it seems to be other drafts with the same message, just worded to be lighter or heavier. In the corner, however, stands out a specific message. Remember the gift for Daryl. His loss is a tragedy. Trophy for an office beauty pageant. It's made of plastic, judging by how light it is. The computer is still on, open to its own email inbox. Recent reports off the coast of XXXXX are reporting in various geological movements, many including earthquakes. The worry that these quakes may impact Mount Pueblo is being spread around, as its activity has been set prior to these quakes. One known geologist reported the case, stating that it should pose no problems until the volcano peaks out smoke. Once smoke shows, evacuate as soon as possible, if not for yourself, then for your friends and family. The rest of the article is linked in the email. Trying to go to it leads nowhere. You have good news about your office situation. The spot in the main reception area is opening up. Management has agreed that it is unfair for someone with your talents to be situated in an office that has been improperly used by others. We believe a desk spot either in reception or over towards the main offices can be sorted out, so long as time and space provide. You can start moving your equipment over to whichever office you prefer, and we'll try to sort it out. Email ends there. What is the significance of any of this? A lot did happen, and honestly, you were pretty lucky having skipped it thanks to illness. As you know, one of the desk jockeys tried to scare Leroy and dunk his head into the cake. Both he and his partner were fired on the spot for it. Thing is, personally, I don't think Leroy actually got scared by it. I think he saw something in the box that scared him more than the shock. Either that, or he just wasn't having any of those two antics anymore. Nobody liked either of the two, but it could be Leroy played it up. Once he fell down, Philip ran down to his office to try and open it up for emergency supplies, but he never got his key back, so he had to run for the other offices. The fact that only 2 people got fired in this instance is lucky. I expected more, being honest, but that is the gist of the situation. Stay safe when you get back. Also, congrats on the new office. Somebody just dropped something in the kitchen? I feel like I did miss out on the office party prank, but considering how quickly it went to crap, I've got no complaints. Still, here's hoping that the new arrivals aren't as noisy. Also, S54112, stop entering my office and reading my notes. You should be used to which door is yours by now, so stop snooping around my office. Blue and white mascot can be seen. Icons on the desktop left so. Blue and white mascot. Sonic? Jack Frost? Holy shrimps, it's Jack Frost. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. To sender R64702, you can be assured Office G4 is being used. Dr. G521, if I'm correct, is planning on relocating to a higher floor, but for now has a temporary setup. I can understand your interest in the office, considering how rare it is seeing it opened and closed, but yes, it is being used. Please refrain from calling it abandoned, especially when it's ruined. You eat your lunch inside there. Employees, both of you will be packing up your desks and leaving starting tomorrow. Be happy that, after nearly killing a man, neither of you are getting arrested for attempted murder. Dr. Leroy is a kind man, and the attempt on his life will not be forgotten. If you are still found on the premises by this date, we will have security forcibly remove you. Anyone else found to have been connected to the attempt on Dr. Leroy's life will be disposed of too. We take this matter very seriously. The rest of the email is much of the same. Sent by management. To those who sent this, you can... The rest of the email is too vulgar to continue reading. Okay, I'm just gonna I have no idea what's going on either, Game Phoenix. I'm just in the same boat as you. Oh. I think I'm in the back rooms. Oh. Help? Oh. Oh. The following text is hard to make out, a result of poor handwriting, perhaps. Read it? It reads as follows. Listening in with my coworkers, along with several visitors over the afternoon, I'm beginning to understand more about the situation. Subject A had an altercation with Subject B, who proceeded to stab Subject A's eye following an argument. The stress of the encounter had knocked the both of them out. However, their screaming had altered those at the residence. This is not the first time Subject A was in a fight. Apparently they were moving away the very next day and decided to roam around town. Subject A's body showed signs of damage, some marks not lining up with the given time for the altercation. Distinct signs of cutting along the chest area could be made out. It is unknown exactly how Subject A was handling the days leading up to now, as they were shut-in for several years until recent developments. According to one of the visitors during the day, he was seen using a kitchen knife on another girl only 2 days ago. That same girl denies the attack occurring, at least it being a dangerous attack. Subject A currently resides on the trauma-intensive care alongside Subject B. The two have met at least twice as of documentation, and neither visit seemed hostile. Currently, it is my understanding that Subject A should be redirected to intensive care on the 4th floor. Something is very, very wrong with Subject A. If only we had more time to determine exactly what. My observations have shown that Subject A already prefers to roam around, even getting close to the 8th floor outlook, finding a structurally weak area on the railing. I had maintenance sort this detail out. Further investigation on Subject A will continue. There's something being hidden from me. I need to know. And if he won't tell me himself, then I will make him show me. Why am I in the SCP Foundation? Got Batman on his case? Nah. SCP containment breach, but it's OMORI. Sunny might be an SCP. In your hand, the 4th floor key seems to glow. Use it? You bring the key up to the door. A lock forms on the surface of the glass. You twist the key. Oh. Really? That's it? Surely not, right? Well, then what was the entity? I want to see the entity. Something new awaits you on the ground floor. Is that my gift? Alright, so, offline Kyoshi here. I spent like 10 minutes of the stream after I beat the game trying to figure out how to get to this room. It actually doesn't work. So here I am. I'm gonna cheat to see what's in there, because it's not fixed yet. Alright, so I teleported into this map, and now I need to turn on a switch that's all the way down here, and then I will check out what's going on in here. Alright. Oh, okay, so there's a door appears once that's on. Okay, so this is the hallway that you would come from, and this is the door you would want to go in. This door shouldn't be here. Open it? Ooh. A room with candles and a computer. A computer. The screen shows a red button with the mouse moved over it. Press it? Oh. What the frick? It's a rock. For some reason, you start to hear voices in your head. Hi, name is Geo and Bees are my middle name. If you'd like to know more about the project, ask the other person besides me in this room. Hi there, I'm Erwin, one of the 2 key developers for Hospital. Don't worry about this breaking canon. You already experienced everything so far to get here. If you got time, what do you want to talk about? Who are you? Introducing myself fully, my username is Erwin, though sometimes Erwin126. Can't say I'm too interesting a person in a literal sense, but I've had some neat experiences, so that counts for something. My first start in creative works is circa 2017, 2018, around the time I got into DDLC like a year late. I never actually made or finished any mods for DDLC, but wrote fanfics in my off time. Quality ignored, it was some writing experience that taught me a lot. I grew a fondness for writing since it's fun to think how a character would respond to a situation, and how to make it flow smoothly. Believability and flow have always been important to me. If you cannot see someone saying what is being said, it is too unnatural and needs a cleanup. Oh yeah, and expect me to yap a lot in these. I write too much sometimes. For this project, I handled most of the mapping, most of the events, all of the writing, not counting dev notes, and the concepts for the project. There were a lot of roadblocks when doing these things though, so the great Geo helped me with most of the work too, either checking, fixing, or correcting mistakes. Believe me, this project would not come out at the same quality level if it were not for Geo. Really happy to have them along for this. Oh man, where do I begin? In this space, I worked on the Reverie demo, Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Though by Chapter 2.5, most of my work was supplanted. I actually still have a lot of work from those days, including a semi-fictitious script on how the plot would have gone. Maybe it'll go public one of these days. I left the project due to IRL work catching up on me, alongside time zones not being in my favor for the rest of the team. Don't think I met the requirements nowadays too, so I don't expect to return on the project. In the meantime, I've been working on my own things. This project actually started as a way to jump off from Reverie work and into something unique. I also made Sunny's Night at F-Boys in that time, which started as a practice mod to get experience with RPG Maker, and ended up releasing first before this mod. It's certainly an odd one, though not really interesting enough for people to dive deep into it. So after spending a month straight working on new content that no one has seen, I came back to finish this. Others also have put their work into making this project at least somewhat real, so I didn't feel right canceling this and throwing their work away. Okay, where to start, huh? The story follows up the good ending, where after confessing the truth, Sunny, or the player, has to spend the night to heal at least a little. Next morning, he'll move away for good. But following the duel with OMORI and the ease over the burden of truth, what happens now? With all these feelings over the move now no longer suppressed or supplanted by something, they begin to fester. And as fears take over, a nightmare begins to unfold. Or something like that. That's the general idea for this mod story, trying to play with some more horror concepts outside of something or Mari. Eventually, Sunny or the player will wake up and move away, but he has a long night ahead of him before that happens. The concept of hospital itself came around after thinking more on the injuries Sunny gets following the real-world Basil fight. A stabbed eye is a pretty serious matter, and I don't think his family would be fine on still just driving him away anyways, once they made it to the hospital. So, at least to make sure he'd get at least a little better, they stay the night to try and get some rest. The thing is, with all the worries, doubts, and terrors that came with something, now that it isn't weighing Sunny down anymore, what takes its place? It's not like there wasn't any non-related fears planned for OMORI beforehand too, so there's room to explore these concepts here. At least, assuming development on this mod continues smoothly. No promises. You'd think with this only being a third of the planned content, we wouldn't have so much to cut, but here goes. The hospital itself was planned to have each of the floors relate to a theme, and one day, all of them explorable by the player. Here's the sticking point though. At most, we are a 3-man development team with other projects to do. So there was a big overhaul in what we're doing to hopefully keep the scale of things in check, considering how long it took to make this release even happen. Right now, it should be obvious which floors will matter come further updates and work. But for now, time spent on the ground floor here was to keep things mostly normal as a starting point. Something else that got cut were several visual elements to the hallway sequence. Originally, when turning around, you were supposed to get a visual similar to the mirrors looking down the looping hallway. As this continued, you'd see more and more signs that someone's following. Cracks in the doors, eyes being more visible in the dark, etc. Though this would be cut, mostly because the artist we have isn't as available and also not as replicable of the style needed to pull it off well. There was also another version of the final letter that existed. It was more creepy uncomfortable than creepy scary. Maybe one day that'll be released to the public, but who knows. A lot of the concepts for this floor were pretty simple, both to contrast later floors and also to make development not so hard as our first project working together. The layout and mapping was done relatively quickly, though being my first proper use creating fully new maps using tiled, there's still some issues. A decent amount were too close together, some required making new maps, others needed more space, many of the growing pains of getting started with these things. Now why did this take so long to make and come out? Getting busy with other projects, plus the fact that this floor is, intentionally or not, without much flavor compared to what's supposed to be next. We're hoping that there's more, both to experience and to come with the next expansion. Though, only one way to know if that comes around. Alright, I won't lie to you. OMORI Hospital was a pretty big inspiration as to developing on the ideas of Sunny being trapped in a hospital setting. Something about how it can get unnerving but never unapproachable was really well executed. Hoping to develop more on that inspiration too as the floors continue. In a few of these already, I've mentioned there'll be more floors to explore in time. Mainly the 4th floor as you've already seen, and eventually the 13th floor. There's some hints as to what they are, but no spoilers for now. Yeah, in my search during the stream, I actually got to the 13th floor, because I figured out that going up adds 3 to your floor and going down subtracts 2. There are also some other plans to make the exploration a bit less obtuse, have some threat involved that could put you in more serious danger, and more interesting encounters to be had. I do also, one of these days, maybe return to Sunny's Night at F-Boys personally. I still have one solid expansion I want to do for it before I consider it done, though as of writing the current one is still in beta. Outside of that, I do have other ambitions, but it helps to keep myself grounded in these ideas and keep focused on just 1 or 2 projects for now. Until it's done, Hospital is my priority. This is just something small to mention, but did you pick up on the office names for several in the reception area? Most of them are named after important figures to the modding scene, or at least have an impact on me personally that I thought it'd be fun to mention. Not in this version of the game. In this version, they're just letters and numbers. Okay, and that's all Irwin wrote. The one thing I still want to look at is... I'm still curious about that letter. Maybe you're supposed to go back to your room and read the letter, but, I've kind of screwed myself over by saving in this room, so I think I'm just kind of stuck. So yeah, thank you all for watching. This is going to be the end of the video. If you enjoy this kind of content, then consider joining these lovely people to my left. There's no more early access to videos. I'm not planning on doing that, but you will get exclusive community posts. I will prioritize responding to your comments on YouTube videos. And in general, it just helps me to be able to make more content like this, so I would really appreciate it. And if you can support me further, there's another tier, but you don't have to do that. But if you don't want to do either of that, then subscribing, liking, and commenting helps me just the same. I've been in kind of a kerfuffle state, where I've been like demotivated, but I'm pushing along, still trying to get some content out. Let me know if you thought that the kobold appearing at certain points in the video was annoying or not. I'm trying to try out some like branding with the channel and trying to push more with the kobold character. So I'm just trying to figure out ways of doing that, and if the method I used in this video was particularly annoying, I want people to let me know so I can try a different method. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and thank you for watching.